Graduation is the happiest lie I ever believed in. The day I graduated, I thought I made it. I took photos, I wore the gown, and everyone said, the world is yours now. But what they didn't say, if you have no connection, it doesn't matter. If you are from a poor family, you will send CVs into silence. And sometimes, you'll feel like you are disappearing. I feared not getting a job. I feared wasting my degree. And the biggest fear, becoming invisible. Staying at home, watching my classmates get jobs because their father knows someone. I try to stay strong, but sometimes I don't even get out of bed because what's the point? So, you are not alone. I am one of you. And this is our story to tell.
You know, tumepelekwa shule tukaambiwa education is the key to success. Tukakuja huku nje tunaambiwa nini? Ni biometric. Kitu tulitoa kitambo. Kama hujui mtu, wewe enda tu home. Huyu jamaa amesema wana tarmac, kuna wase huko hivyo wamesema na majibu ati pia tuwezi ongeleshana because tukiongeleshana huko X tunafanywa nini? Tunakuwa abducted. Alafu mnatuliza like ati we should also have a good mental health.
Stay with me. This might hurt. This is for the graduates that no one ever talks about. I didn't come from a rich family. I didn't have a parent to make that one call. The one that gets you a job. I grew up in an orphanage. Or worse, I grew up knowing that I was on my own. The day I graduated, no one came. No dad, no mom, no photos with family. Just me, on a borrowed gown, trying to smile so that people wouldn't know the truth. They clapped. I cried later. No laptop, no job, no connection. Just me, trying to apply for jobs on a borrowed phone and being ignored again and again and again. Not because I am not smart, not because I didn't try, but because in this country, when you have no name, no one sees you. And sometimes, when the silence is too loud, I ask God, did you forget me too? But because you are watching this, maybe the answer is no. Maybe we still have each other. This page is for us who didn't have anyone. I feel you. I see you. I am you. And I promise you, I will talk about us. I will let people see us.
My people, unajua si tukiongea, unaonaga watu wengine wanatutusi huko online, aituendelee kupiga mdomo. Wacha niwaambie, leo nimeangalia fee structure of all the public universities. Na nimejiuliza kama kuna mtoto wa maskini, no matter how bright atakuwa, hata venye atakuwa amepita, ata access university education. Nimeangalia averagely, university education, ile public university education, averagely ni 200,000. Si tukitusoma university the other day, juzi tu, university education tulikuwa nalipa 26,000. 26 whole year. First semester tulikuwa nalipa 19,000. Second semester tulikuwa tunalipa 7,000. Such that mtoto maskini alikuwa na work hard akiwa shule. Ili make sure at least ameitwa university, ameitwa public university, na at least ame benefit from the government capitation na help. Sasa university education zote zimeenda like a parallel courses. Uniambie hata kama Ruto mwenye ata double help. Kwa sababu help tulikuwa tunapewa around 40 to 50,000. Na si watu wote walikuwa wanapata, very few people walikuwa wanapata help. 40 to 50,000. Hata iweke 100,000. Hebu niambie ni mgani wa maskini ata afford to raise another 100,000. Lakini unajua nini? Ama hustlers. Hawa ndio walichagua Ruto awatoe bottom, awapeleke up. Wacha sasa tuone kama kuna mtoto wa maskini Kenya hii ata afford university education tena. Ndio tukiwaambia Ruto is a curse that happened to this nation, that happened to the poor people. Nyinyi watu poor people mkimwona kwa gari akisema tupeleke wadosi wangwana nyumbani, then anacheka kwa sababu anashangaa these people are fools. They don't know I'm completely finishing them. Unajua lazima tuongee hizi vitu. Na I know in your villages mnajua mtoto mmoja wa maskini amepita kwenda university. Kitambo mtoto wa maskini akienda university ilikuwa shangwe kwa sababu huyo mtoto atasoma. Saa hizi hata akipita, my friend, fee ni kama ya para university. My friend, I'm telling you. Kumi bila breaks. Mutarambwa.
Stay with me now. This is how it feels graduating into a country that is killing us more than it's hiring us. More than 1 million graduates join the Kenyan job market every year, but 67% of us will never find work. Because in this country, if you have no connection, you have no chance. I have applied to over 200 jobs. No call, no interview, not even a rejection. Just silence. They are not employing us. They are ignoring us. And now they are killing us. They said, go to school. Education is the key. But they did not say the door only opens for the rich. We asked for jobs. They sent bullets. We marched for justice. They sent police. Our brothers and sisters are dying, daring to dream. Some of us are graduating straight into the graves. And the rest of us, we are graduating into hunger, depression, and a cruel silence. We walk into town with 20 bob, sit in a cyber, send CVs with all the hopes that we have got. Then go back home, empty pockets, with a fake smile. No parents to call, no one to tell us we try again tomorrow. We have been so strong for too long, but now we are tired. Have you ever looked up and asked God, do you still see me? I feel your pain. I see you. I will talk until Kenya remembers we exist. If a police bullet can find a boy selling masks, what makes you think you are safe? We grew up being told when you are in danger, you run to the police. But in Kenya, we run from them. They wear uniform paid by our taxes, but somehow the guns are always aimed at us. Boniface Karaoke was not protesting. He was not looting. He was selling masks, 20 bob each, to eat, to live. They say he spoke rudely to a police officer. But when did an attitude become a death sentence? They shot him, not in the leg, not in the air, in the head, point blank, leaving him brain dead, that is clinically dead, fighting for his survival on life support machine until one day his heart stopped. So I think he gave up on himself. His family sold land for his education, but now they are in the hospital with 3.6 million hospital bills and a son that will never walk back home. Ian Kipto was in the gym lifting weights. A stray bullet tore through his body and his future. And now his shoes are still by the door with no footsteps to follow. Ojwang dragged into custody, beaten until breathless. Then they said he hit himself on the wall, a lie that has been recycled more times than justice. Ojwang was a husband, a father, and now his child asks questions that no Kenyan can ever answer. They were not criminals. They were sons, brothers, husbands with dreams in motion, which has been reduced to hashtags. And to the youth watching this, don't offer your body to a bullet for a cause you don't understand. Your blood is not Kenya's ink. Let your words be the weapon. Let your life be the protest, because the dead don't get justice, only headlines. To the police, you were not trained to murder us. You were trained to protect us. But somehow along the way, you stopped seeing us as your children. We are not thugs. When you shoot us, you just don't kill a body. You murder a bloodline. You silence a story. You break a mother so hard that she forgets how to pray. We don't want to trend when we are dead. We want to live fully, loud and with dignity. Because if Ian, Boniface and Ojwang are not safe, we are not safe. This is the last thing I want to say before I die tomorrow. They told us, go to school. Education is the key, they said. We sat in classes with no windows. We studied in torn uniform on empty stomachs. We believed them. Our parents believed them too. They gave everything. Sold cows, missed meals, broke their back just to see us wear that gown. And years later, here I am, graduated, jobless, hopeless. Turns out, the key only opens doors if your father knows someone. If your uncle is a big man, if your name already matters. And those of us without names, we stay outside, knocking, forgotten. Then they say, start a business. But even small dreams are not safe here. Kanjos will come, or even the goons they send. They won't just destroy your stall. They will scatter your future like trash. So, if I die tomorrow, maybe my parents will be given 2 million. Maybe that is more than I could ever give them alive. So, shoot me close range. Don't leave me like others, breathing but broken. Because in this country, we were told to dream, but never warned this would kill us. This country is not safe, not for people like us. I want to sincerely say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I looked alive, but I had already died beneath the weight of rejection, poverty, and dreams that never made it out of my chest. I want to say thank you, not for the likes, not for the views, but for catching me right before I disappeared. A girl with dreams too heavy to carry and no one left to help her lift them. But then you saw me. You didn't scroll past. You stopped. You listened. And that saved my life. It really saved my life. Kenyans, you made me remember that even if I had no name, even if I had no power, I still had people. You made me feel like I wasn't too broken to matter. You made me feel human again. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your tears. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for resonating with me. Thank you for sharing, for commenting. Thank you for everything. You carried a stranger and saw her like your sister. And that saved my life.
Mi siwezi kubali mtu ako na 10 years lifespan, mtu ako na 5 years lifespan kunidisaidia maisha yangu. Kesho natoka maandamano because there is a Kenya that I want. A Kenya where education is free, a Kenya where there is medicine in the health sector, a Kenya where the deputy president does not go around dishing out money. My money yenye nalipa nikinunua vitu za VAT kwa supermarket. A Kenya where everyone is responsible. A Kenya where a police does not shoot in front of cameras and go scot-free. And tomorrow I will be mobilizing my fellow Genz. We need to have a policy reform. Kama kuna askari ameshikwa akishoot mtu mwenye ni innocent hana weapon, that askari should also be hanged.
I am a failure. I was not ready for this job. I still cannot believe that I am a cabinet secretary. I just wanted good, expensive gold watches and belts. I agree I must go.
So guys, I know by now you've seen the responses. The Kenyans after must go kutuuliza how should he go. Komogo enori. Na record unasikiza vitu zako hapo. Una kichwa mzuri. Toto anyway. Najua by saa hii mmeona hizo responses za Wakenya venye wanamwambia venye ataenda. Wamemwangalilia baka bei ya Bolt. Baka kwa Google Map wakaangalia time ya kutoka State House baka Sugoyu. Wakampigia baka North Rift picha. Tunauliza utaendaje? Wakampigia North Rift. but above all kuna umguka amejam mzee si amekasirika mpaka anasema hatunatuliza uende aje. Kwani ulikuja aje? Si uende hivyo venye ulikuja. Tulikupatia kazi, unafaa kukaa miaka 5, umelemewa mwaka wa 3, si utoke. Ati unatuliza uniende aje? Hiyo si swali unafaa kuwa unatuliza. Rinda kwa ngumi wallahi. Ama nikuweke sweep. Half time.
The saddest realization of being a Kenyan is that your government wakes up every day to give you 2 options. That you either die by the bullet, and this bullet can get you anywhere, whether you're in the streets, in your house, in your balcony chilling, or you die by economic sabotage.
In 2022, most Gen Zs were too young to vote. But by 2027, 14 million Gen Zs will be eligible to vote, a massive increase of 79%. Back in 2022, youth aged between 18 and 34 made a total of 8.8 million of registered voters, accounting for 40% of Kenya's total voter base. Right now, Gen Z is aged between 13 and 28 years. This means millions will be ready to vote in 2027. The total number of youth voters is expected to hit 17 million, forming the largest and possibly most influential voting bloc in the country. This generation isn't just big in numbers. They have led protests, mobilized online, and called out for accountability. But the big question remains, will they show up at the ballot and use their numbers to change the game in 2027?
Now the next election,
yes.
Unajua hawa ndio watakuwa nasema fagia wote ama mtasema namna gani? This generation,
yes,
they used their might because they didn't vote. The largest vote in the last election.
Where the Kenyan people have reached William Ruto, even if he built gold roads to everybody's single home, to every home, he builds gold roads, gold paved roads. You will not reclaim that lost ground. It's gone. That ground has gone. It will never go back to William Ruto. No amount of child donations will change the public perception. William Ruto is trying to fool God. He cannot fool God. God is omnipresent and he can see through this. And he knows his intention even before. It will not work. That is why you saw Kenyans coming out with their numbers to go and demonstrate at that church in Royston. And it's because of his handling of the economic situation of the nation.
Kenya, brothers, this is an advice from a guy who is a kid of a Syrian revolution. Record everything, document everything, every protest, every face you can get, document their faces, document police who shoots at you, document other protesters who try to do bad things, and then the media will brush everybody as terrorists or bad people. Get your phone out and record. That's your best weapon, your phone. Not a gun, not anything. Record, because that's how you hold people accountable. One day or another, the government will fall, and this will be evidence for later on. Trust me. It's happening all over the world with Syrians. So you can do the same thing. And free Gen Z in Kenya.
How low was the bar for us to vote an ICC suspect? Yes. In consecutive terms, ICC suspect number 1, Uhuru. ICC suspect number 2, Ruto.
Yes.
I am not surprised that this government is hunting and haunting the dissenters of this regime because they are using the Moi manual. Ruto ni mtoto wa Moi. Amefunzwa na Moi siasa za kuabduct watu, siasa za kuua watu, siasa za kuintimidate watu, na siasa za kutumia vijana vibaya. Na sisi tumekataa.
A man joins politics in 1992. There's bloodshed. He joins the parliament in 1997. Bloodshed. He's a major party in 2007, 2008. Bloodshed. His party's re-election is contested in 2018. Bloodshed. He becomes president in 2024. Blood spills on our streets every damn day. And the perfect example, there is no even perfect example, because what happened today was just crazy work, to be honest. And then the speech following after that, I don't know, man.
The bar was so low that Kenyan voters elected ICC suspects twice. And for some reason, we thought that whatever they were accused of, they wouldn't do it to their own countries. Tafakari ya baba.
Ruto, makosa utafanya 2027, acha tu nikuambie mapema. Ni ati tumepiga kura kuchange governance, tunataka good governance, alafu tunaona tuna lead kwa screen watu wamekupigia kura, utatuambia nani alikupigia hizo kura na hizo namba zenye una lead nayo mbele ulitoa wapi?
Abducting us and killing us won't stop us. Seizing the future of this nation. R.I.P. to our fallen soldiers. Yes, they knew that freedom had a price. This is our country, we're not giving up.
I don't know about you guys, but as for me, any content that is not related to what is happening in my country right now, I'm scrolling past it. In solidarity for those young soldiers who have been on the battle for justice, I just, my guilt, my Kenyan guilt cannot allow me to just be comfortable in watching other content. I feel like, right now we have to be on the know of what is happening in our country from time to time. I don't know about you, but as for me, that's how I feel. Thank you.
Hi Kenyans, mi sina maneno mengi. All I want to say is Ruto must go, like yesterday. Bye.
This is Selector Dede.
Wanadhani ya si bongo lala, ikikupita we bongo lala. Na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunasoza. Hatujikuku mewaka sana, na mabisto na chafua rada. Na walosema jana iwezi fika leo, tuko ground tunasoza. Hakuna boka, peleke shuleni watasoma. Madaktari wamegoma, hapo sani Yesu atatuponya. Wambie punde imechoka sana, farasi bado ijapatikana. Ni mandai wanagonya na mali wanaponda, unakonda wananona. Maandamano, 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 amise maandamano, maandamano.